Today, we're going to talk about Palantir's recent earnings announcement. We're going to go over all of the major numbers that they came out with, as well as what I want to see from Palantir in 2024. So if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, and if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. Palantir announced their earnings on February 5th, and prior to the announcement, the stock was trading anywhere from $16 to $17. However, after the earnings were announced, the stock ran up over 50% to a stock price of over $25. And this just adds to the incredible story of what Palantir has experienced over the course of the last year. We can see that a year ago at this time, the stock was trading under $10. However, over the course of the last 12 months, it is up almost 200%. And we're starting to see the AI hype affect Palantir's numbers. They came in with a top line and bottom line beat, reporting an EPS of positive 8 cents and a revenue of $608.35 million. However, Palantir's most impressive metrics were around their commercial customer base. They saw US commercial revenue grow 70% year over year to $131 million, and US commercial customer count grow 55% year over year to 221 customers. And this US growth helped them grow their commercial revenue by 32% year over year to $284 million. And I found it interesting that Palantir added a couple of new metrics that I haven't seen on previous reports. The first being total contract value, which came in at $343 million, representing growth of 107% year over year. They also added a metric for remaining deal value, RDV. This grew 32% year over year. So the question is what are these metrics actually telling us about Palantir's business? And if we look at them closely, what we can see is that US commercial customers are accelerating their growth and their usage of Palantir's products, with them growing revenue by 70% and also their total contract volume increasing in a major way by 107% year over year. That's giving us indications that Palantir is finally seeing the commercial customer base build out that a lot of investors have been waiting for. And ultimately, these look like early indicators that top and bottom line numbers could start to accelerate over the course of the next year. One thing I've commented on before is Palantir's top line growth. We're seeing it right now sitting at 20% growth year over year. However, it's been falling each year over the past 2 to 3 years. And what I'd love to see from Palantir is them get back to top line growth and get closer to a 25 to 30% mark. And US commercial customers could be exactly how they do that. With the growth that they're experiencing there, especially with their contract total value, that could be huge for them moving forward and getting back to those high 20% growth numbers for their top line. One important thing to note about Palantir is that they are increasing their cash position. They're currently sitting on $3.7 billion of cash, and what that ultimately could lead to is buybacks. I found this slide on their investor presentation very interesting because one of the biggest concerns that we have seen from investors over the course of the last 2 to 3 years has been around how can Palantir show that their product offers value to customers in a more immediate fashion. A lot of investors were worried that Palantir's products would take 3 to 6 months for customers to really start seeing their value. And what they have done now is they have rolled out these AIP boot camps where customers can get introduced to the software and within 5 days start seeing results. And it's extremely important that they can show these results in a very immediate fashion because of how much these customers are paying. They had 37 customers sign up for deals that were at least $5 million and 21 customers sign up for deals that were at least $10 million. And when you can show customers a more immediate effect on their business from your software, that is super important for getting these deals closed and across the finish line and locking up these customers for the long term. And this has really helped propel their business forward, especially with commercial customers. The government is one thing. You can wait a little bit longer, get data collected, and build out these systems when governments are signing longer term contracts. However, for US commercial customers, they need to stay competitive competitive. They need to see immediate results. And we're starting to see that from Palantir's numbers, that US commercial customers are trusting Palantir with their software and with this data collection. And it's crazy how fast their bottom line has flipped as well. We can see that in the third quarter of 2022, they were losing $123.9 million. Now they have grown that number to almost $100 million. That is a flip of about $200 million in the course of a year. If they're able to do that again, Palantir's profitability and stock price will skyrocket. And analysts are starting to recognize this increase in profitability from Palantir as well. We have seen 17 analysts increase their EPS targets for 2024 over the course of the last 30 days. Currently for 2024, analysts have an average EPS estimate of 34 cents, a low estimate of 29 cents, and a high estimate of 41 cents. And for 2025, they actually don't have very much growth. We can see that the average EPS estimate only comes in at 39 cents, the low at 33 cents, and the high at 45 cents. And I'm kind of surprised by those low 2025 numbers because Palantir expects their US commercial customer revenue to continue to grow in 2024, and I would expect this to continue into 2025 and 2026, especially if we start to see interest rates drop in a major way. That will encourage a lot of companies to reinvest into their business through products like what Palantir is offering. Right now, Palantir is trading at a 77.52 forward P ratio, and this appears to be a little bit high if you're looking 1 year out. However, in my opinion, I think the growth that Palantir is going to experience over the course of the next 3 years is going to be massive. We're just now seeing the acceleration of US commercial customers, and if they continue to grow this base in a massive way, then we'll start seeing their bottom line numbers catching up and their valuations drop in a major way. So personally, when I look at Palantir's business and where they are positioned at right now, I absolutely love what they are doing. The focus on commercial customers is massively important. It's great to have a solid base of government revenue. However, in the long term, for getting growth out of the company, it is important to build out commercial customers because they are going to spend more, and there's also more commercial customers out there. There's only so many governments in the world. However, there's always new businesses popping up that are looking for software like Palantir is offering. And the fact that they are now doing these boot camps to show results almost immediately is very, very impressive and going to lead to customers buying more of their software and signing up for longer term and higher dollar value deals. But keep in mind, do not buy a company just because some random guy on YouTube talked about it. Make sure you are doing your own research and looking into companies that meet your risk tolerance as well as your time horizon. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, make sure to subscribe. And as always, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day.